What's up, everybody? It's your main man, Yahi, back again with another video and breakdown. So we're pretty much all on the same page. There's no need to go into detail all over concerning the cop cracking the windows and George Floyd's death. If you kept the codes I taught you concerning colors and numbers, you knew what to look for. A lot of you guys jumped right on it. Now, I don't like to post as soon as something happens because if you give it a second, you'll see the psyop come out and you can call it. Okay?
What's up, everybody?
When people see the video, as newbies, they get it like, okay, these guys are breakdowns. And a lot of questions won't get asked. So we're pretty much all on the same page. There's no need to go into detail all over concerning the cop cracking the windows and George Floyd's death. If you kept the codes I taught you concerning colors and numbers, you knew what to look for. A lot of you guys jumped right on it. Now, I don't like to post as soon as something happens because if you give it a second, you'll see the psyop come out and you can call it. Okay? And that way, when people see the video as newbies, they get it like, okay, these guys are doing decodes. And a lot of questions won't get asked, okay, that don't need to be asked. All right? Now, the purpose of this psyop, all psyops, is to reprogram the final war. I hit that on the money. I'm going to show you again. I taught you guys that New World Order is about radiation, and the guy's literally showing you to your face that I was right. Okay, he's wearing a surface mask involved in radiation. The pink, purple represent neutrinos. They also represent the archangels. Okay, the return of the gods. The black umbrellas represent UFOs, the 144th Celestial Army, those who have an X gene, and black people. So right there, they're telling you they're going to go to war with those people using the color. Learn it. Okay, learn the codes if you can. Now he has a pink hammer. Gabriel is the hammer of the Lord. Okay. At first I was minding my business, but then I saw a few pictures and I remember that everything's connected inside by color, number, and sound. And the brother in the crowd with the clown mask on, V for Vendetta, okay, the movie, it looks exactly like Tekashi's chain. Now they colored the cheeks to absolutely connect the ceremony. Tekashi just did a song we decoded concerning King David in Chicago. Now, the flare reminds me of Captain State, a movie about a young man in Chicago named Gabriel. Now, the problem is the guy with the flare has a picture over his head with a guy getting his head blown off. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, Tekashi's all about David. Okay? David. He's the son of David in number. All right? And the 6'9" is representative of course, the Masonic Ark. But when you study it, it goes back to portals. And the Most High's portals ark is the Archangel Gabriel. All right? He connects the nation to the king. Now, when you put the Grail with Tekashi's name, you get the location of the Grail. The Gemini Project is the Zionist agenda to cover up the alien invasion. They want to reprogram the Matrix. It's a Gemini ceremony, a duality ceremony. So we look for duality. And one of the brothers spoke on that. All right? He was talking about Trump and Kanye's birthdays, you know, twin flames, all the stuff I mentioned. In the previous video, you saw in the psyop. All right? It was about a twin. Okay? Are you following me? So I told him, I said, yeah, I got you. I know how to connect that because Kanye represents the new king or the trumpet who's in Chicago on the west side. Okay? Okay? Numerically, the numbers have to line up. Okay? He's a trump. He's the trumpet of the Lord. His gene. They go by gene. The reason they can find people is because blood holds number. That's quantum. All right, when I put my birthday in, you get the whole psyop. It connects to Cayenne Trump because it's supposed to. The Most High has these numbers programmed. Your whole life is pre-programmed. Okay? That number represents he's the Christ line of Israel. Concerning the spirit of life, he's the chosen one. The number 22 king. All right, I taught you about 22. He's the Grail holder. The Grail is in Chicago. All the people keep asking me, why is Chicago so special? That's the Grail gene. That's the Gabriel gene. The spirit of life is radiation. And that's why 1111 was all in us. The black family was also representative of blacks who can absorb radiation. So they whooped everybody's ass pretty much, okay? That's the spirit of life. That's God's essence is radiation. So God don't love everybody because everybody can't absorb it. All right? Now, look for what I taught you. It's literally the same BS. It's a duality ceremony. Colors, numbers, sounds. Now, Philonis and George, brothers, comes out to both their full names together. That's a problem right away. Brothers, Philonis and George, Philonis Floyd, George Floyd. Now, put the names together. You see all the numbers or the number in all the ceremonies we broke down already. The All-Star Game, Jay-Z's album cover, Patrick Mahomes, we knew he was going to win the Super Bowl, and we called the score, and it goes back to Israelite genes because those genes come out the winning ticket, and that's why we went with Patrick Mahomes, okay? Color codes, purple equals gamma radiation, return of celestial king. Philonis is purple Micaiah. George is pink Gabriel. Two brothers, okay? And that's why he had a purple shirt on. All right, his name comes out to the right hand of God, who is the Messiah, who's Micaiah, Ancient of Days. But look at the clock on the wall. Look at the house with the clock on the wall. Now, Philonis goes right through the descendant of David. That's the bride of Christ, the chosen messenger. He's the prince, not the king, but the prince. He's the secret twin, the lost twin we're looking for. It's time to bring out the digital currency. And I told you after I dropped that video, things were going to speed up. Okay? In the previous video I uploaded. 11:11, that's not the time, that's the sign. That's the king of Israel. The radiation's getting higher. Okay? That's what that represents. 11:11, radiation. All right? Just like Revelation is 11:11. King of Israel, Angel Gabriel, the gentleman with the sacred blood. He's the angel. That's who's going to get the new crown. We got to get him. Because if we're going to reprogram the matrix and become the real people, we got to replace the real king with our king, who's the Antichrist. The new king has Rh negative blood. Rheus monkey. King David blood. Look for monkey and gorilla suggestives and psyops. King of Israel, sacred blood. All right, Jahi, African gorilla. And that's why I know to look for the monkey gene, the chimpanzee and psyops. And there you go. There's it. Effing monkey nigger. Monkey escapes with COVID-19. COVID represents Kojo's, the Davids in Chicago. Reese's monkey, the Davidic bloodline. And I explained the COVID also again. Real quick, I did it because somebody asked me a question about it. Now, the Grill King of Israel has the Davidic bloodline. That's the Rheus monkey. And that's where you get the movie Monkey King from. That's David's blood. You have to be Bantu L and have Rh negative blood. You can't just have Rh negative blood because you have fallen on the left side to have the blood too, because all angels have the same blood type. Angels just means messengers. Rhesus monkey, divine spark, 444, which is the angel frequency. The angel goes right down to the bride. The number 22 arc is the bride. All right? And the nation is different levels of bride. Pink and purple, Gabriel Micaiah, the order of Melchizedek. All right? Or Melchizedek, however you want to say it. Gabriel, pink, Micaiah, purple, correct? What does it go to? I told you the number does not lie. Priesthood of Melchizedek, twin flame, Jesus blood, right back to twin flames. And if you want to know what the Prince PSYOP's about, one of the biggest PSYOPs known to man, okay, it's about the Denver Airport mural. I showed you that, but you're always going to see pink and black as he's showing you. Prince is Prince because he's the purple prince, but he's the pink king. All right? The purple prince is the pink king. David is king and prince. You put Jahi as pink king and a purple prince, what do you get? Minneapolis, Gemini execution. But guess what we can place Gemini with? Minneapolis, George execution. Right down to sacred Davidic bloodline, holy bloodline Jesus, the Gemini. Is right there. Now, if you want to just destroy the entire PSYOP, you just put the so-called cop's name who was breaking the windows, and it goes right through Raspberry Beret, one of Prince's songs that was about New World Order, Ruach HaKodash's gamma radiation, radiation's rising, King Davis in Chicago, Steven Jackson, who said he lost his twin, the basketball player. The whole PSYOP's destroyed through that one clip. Now, King Michael's purple prince son. Next king of Israel goes all the way down to King Michael's son, Jahi. Okay, and there's a reason for that, because son, twin are just poetically the same thing. Now, the breath of life is gamma radiation, comes out to 312, Chicago area code. I am the root and the offspring of David. Jahi Johnson has Rh negative blood type. That's why everything's coming back to 312. That's why they kept saying, I can't breathe. The breath of life is your blessing. They're trying to cut off your cosmic rays. Nuclear X gene in Chicago arc. Grill Prince, all right? Reincarnation of David. You see it. Grill, see it. And the reason I'm showing you this is because it's all about radiation. All right? Now, the breath of life, the Fallen Angel Project, the Watchmen Project is the Manhattan Project. All right? Nuclear people. I'm showing you that again because it might be your first time. That's who the Watchmen are. Dr. Manhattan, Watchmen. Okay? The breath of life is gamma radiation. It's going to be right in line with the real king of Israel. Because it's a quantum fact. Now, what are Watchmen? For those who say all this is fake, Son of Man have made thee a watchman to the house of Israel. It's your job to speak up. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou give them not warning, nor speak it to warn the wicked from his wicked way, the blood will be on that watchman's hands. You have to speak up. You have to tell truth. Now, watchmen look for UFOs, right? The radiation's increasing. King David comes out to 369. You take that all the way down to portals. I mentioned portals will be open during the final wars, and it will start in Chicago, and you Christians laughed at me. And I told you.
Minneapolis, 3rd Precinct. That's the police station right there. That's why I'm doing this shit, guys. What the? I ain't got part of that shit. Dude. Oh, I zoomed in. I'll zoom out a little bit. Those cops will come for you if you're pulling that crap.
Looks like, yeah. So you can see the auto going through.
Guy just came with a hammer and smashed the window.
I'm gonna fight you right now. You wanna go? Yes, what's up? Somebody hold my blunt.
Hey!
Somebody hold my blunt. I'm gonna give it to him. Hey! Are you a fucking cop? What's up?
Minneapolis, 3rd Precinct. That's the police station right there.
Good rising, brethren. This is Big Judah coming to you guys from California. Before I begin, give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother, who is wisdom, who is the Holy Spirit. Acknowledgement to Yahweh Shai. I pray that the Most High blesses this lesson this evening, gives more knowledge and understanding of the events of the past, in order to understand the events that are currently happening on the earth, so we get a much better understanding of things that are soon to come on the earth. Brethren, the Most High put something in my head about
Now the
all
last
these events
24
that are happening. And if you look at the calendar, the brother made the video that I shared. You guys can always go back to the community section. It's still there. Talking about the calendar, talking about the 50 days for Pentecost. You got the night that Mr. Floyd was killed. It was right here this evening, which would have pretty much, actually right here, Monday evening, which would have gotten right in here. The 26th, when many of the people started to see the film of the brutal murder, okay, of Mr. Floyd, and then 27th, when you start seeing all these protests starting, And you can see there's a difference now in these protests. It's not like before, okay? Our brothers and sisters have been getting mowed down and killed for hundreds and hundreds of years. But you want to see what the Most High did in order to lead up to the difference in, you know, this Pentecost right here of the 27th going forward, and how you see so many changes now. Like the Spirit was just released on all these people here. All of a sudden, you know, remember, we've been getting killed left and right. You'd have a couple of protests, and it's always the same thing. They got their you know, the wicked always have their same playbook. Well, let's all go back home and let's all sit down and we can start having a conversation. Listen to the news pundits. They say the same thing all the time. Well, we need to have a conversation, but we can't have a conversation until things calm down. We can't have a conversation until, you know, we get law and order. They always, law and order means you shut up, niggas, and go back to your houses. That's what law and order is for these people. Don't say anything. We're going to tell you. We're going to dictate. That's what law and order is. Don't say anything to us. We're going to dictate. We're going to say everything. We're going to make sure you're going to pretty much agree to everything that we tell you. Now, what's happened is this. The Most High, since March 13th or so, when he started shutting everything down, has shut down and destroyed their economy. He's, 40 plus million people have lost their jobs. So you got 40 plus million people, wage earners, as well as wives, children, people, getting sick. But you got all these people now who have nothing to go home to. So there's a lot of pent up rage and pent up aggression right now. Now, you start going 50 days out, to where we're at right now. All of a sudden, people don't want to be in their house. People don't want to be stuck at home. People are pissed off because they can't feed their families. They can't pay their rent. They can't buy food. They're frustrated. And then you get a president who comes out here and says all these things like, once you start the looting, we're going to start the shooting. We got these vicious dogs and ominous weapons for you. We're going to put fresh troops outside, and they're itching to get at you. So this is a perfect storm that the Most High has created. Now, it's pretty funny, but people keep saying that, well, this is all, staged. It's all, made up. None of it's real. It's staged. Well, yes, it's staged by the Most High. You know what that's called? It's called prophecy. When the Most High tells you what's going to happen, and then it happens, you say it's staged because you don't understand that this is prophecy. This is how the Most High is going to put everything back in order. How he's going to restore his people to the head. And he's going to take the ones that are head now, the wicked, and put them at the tail. Many people are now realizing that, they've been screwed over too. So this is really important. You just look at these dates again. You got the 25th in the evening was when Mr. Floyd was killed. 26th is the disseminating of the video. It starts going all over the place. You got, you probably started having some protests going on, but then it's just ramped up day by day by day, all the way till you get to today. And the more aggressive, they keep saying that it's the protesters that are being violent, but they've been doing this the whole time. They come out, they show up with their guns, Esau and his blessing, and then they just tear gas the people. I've been looking at on social media, just seeing people getting hit in the face with rubber bullets, people getting ran over, people faking stories. Now we're seeing how the wicked have come out, and they're the ones many times that are going out and bashing windows, starting fires, things like that. But then you hear the president. They are for sure. It's left-wing extremists that are doing all of this. Like I said, these things used to work. These are the tactics they've always used. But now the Most High has opened up the eyes of many, and now he's exposing them. He's lifting up their skirt, and you can easily see that these people do nothing but lie. You can see the ones that they keep trotting out that look like us that say the same thing. You just listen for those code words. We want to start the conversation. If if you guys want to start the conversation, we want to go, like the mayor from Atlanta talk about voting. He said, we've been voting since the 60s and nothing's changed. Everything's is the same. Our people get killed and no one pays for it. And that's the conversation you guys want to have all the time. Status quo. You being on top, us at the bottom. And the thing is that, I've seen some really good interviews. They talk about the systematic racism of housing, of lack of opportunities for jobs, healthcare, all these things that no one cared about before for our people. But all of a sudden now, people want to come together and be supportive. Which, if that's what the Most High puts on them at this point, everybody has their role to play in this movie. The wicked have theirs, the people in the middle have theirs, us Hebrews, we have ours to teach the truth and to be the light to the world. The whole world is looking for light. Many of the people are looking for light. They're realizing now their churches can't give them. You get these pastors coming out here still talking about the same old. We got to sit here and come hold hands, work together. We know it's always us at the bottom having to. Always us having to love our enemies. I said I'm not loving my enemies, and Most High doesn't love his enemies either. So you can keep that white Jesus, love your enemies, let's all hold hands, and we're gonna get through this together. BS. I said you guys have had your hundreds of years of doing that, and you've shown us what it is, what was gonna happen if we have a conversation. See, I'm gonna let you have that conversation with my father, who's gonna be here real soon. You can have that conversation with him and see if he wants to negotiate with you. So we don't have to do anything but sit here and wait, because like I said, the Most High is working. It's like a time clock. We went through our 50 days of Pentecost, and now, we had COVID. We still have COVID. People want to say, oh, that's fake too. Everything's fake to some people who don't want to look. It's called prophecy. It's not fake. It's not scripted. It's scripted by the Most High. It's prophecy. The vast majority of the world has no idea what's going on. They just know that they're pissed off and they're upset, and that the America that they have experienced and enjoyed is over. So it's no coincidence you sit here and look at this, at this calendar here, and you look.
Ours were the deadliest in India's COVID-19 outbreak so far. More than 8,392 new cases were reported in the last 24 hours, taking India's overall tally to more than 190,500. 230 new deaths were also recorded, which is the highest jump in India's COVID-19 death toll. Let's also remind our viewers that this is the highest single-day surge in the number of cases and deaths in India. Interestingly, it comes at a time when the government is looking at easing the lockdown measures across the entire country. The last few days have seen an exponential rise in COVID-19 cases. Maharashtra, Delhi and Tamil Nadu are the worst hit regions in the country. In Maharashtra, there are more than 67,500 COVID-19 cases. In the national capital of Delhi, there are nearly 20,000 cases. In Tamil Nadu, there are more than 22,000 cases. These are three regions collectively recording more than 100 COVID-19 cases, which is around 100,000 cases, which is around 57% of the total cases in the country. After more than 2 months of lockdown, India has now moved towards what the government calls Unlock 1. Lockdown will continue in the containment zones though till June 30th. But rest of the country will be reopened in a phased manner. This comes despite continuous surge in the COVID-19 cases in the entire country. Although the central government has provided a roadmap for lifting the lockdown, most state governments will issue state-specific guidelines. Even before the centre announces its guidelines, the Madhya Pradesh government has announced an extension of the lockdown till June 15. The state government will eventually decide whether it wants to implement the centre-specific guidelines from June 8th or not. West Bengal, on the other hand, has announced the opening of religious places from June 1st. In a new notification, the West Bengal government announced that lockdown will be extended till June 15. Punjab's Chief Minister Amarinder Singh announced a 4-week extension of the lockdown. It will now be lifted on June 30th. Experts have advised against the opening of hospitality services and shopping malls in the state. However, Punjab's Chief Minister said he will follow the centre's guidelines and take them into account.
Man. So that shit just now hitting Punjab. Oh, sings. She stay in for a rude awakening. And this is your girl to talk with Tiny. And I just wanted to come on here on some 3 o'clock in the morning stuff. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I know I gotta go to sleep. I went to sleep. And saying I done cooked me some turkey. Not turkey per se, but just turkey lasagna. You know what I'm saying? Turkey spinach lasagna with some ricotta. Then I made me a red velvet strawberry frosting red velvet frosting cake. That is so delicious. Oh my good to the ness. Okay. And that was my Sunday today. And but damn, every time I go to sleep and I wake up, it seems like it's always something new. And it's getting worse and worse. And everything that could possibly happen, it's in motion. And sadly to say, people are tired of this COVID-19 thing, and people are suffocating, and they're gonna push that shit till there's no more pushing in the world. And yes, the Most High shut a lot of things down, and evidently, I can't call it. I just can't call it. I'm gonna stay away from that department right there. But I know a lot. One of the tactics that was really, really foul play that everyone was able to see is how Antifa, white people, the Color Revolution, because they all from Color Revolution, they are the government overthrowers. And for them to have, come out, they were almost successful. I cannot help but to see how that was getting ready, and it's getting ready to tip over. It's literally tipping the government over, because this is worldwide. I don't know if the world is ready for the people the way the earth is anticipating and thriving. I don't know. That's just my personal humble opinion. When it comes to being triggered, or like, why wouldn't that, and then another thing that I realized, I guess they didn't think that dude killing on broad daylight for 8 minutes with his knee hasn't triggered the world. And as we are in motion, the world is still being triggered by that. And you got that sea just rising across the world, and there's nothing they can do about it. And I'm telling you, it's getting really, 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 even I feel it that my tears are burning right now. My tears are burning because I already know what it is. You know what I mean? Shit is real. It's only getting realer. That's why I say, you know what? Let me lay low. Let me pray. Pray for my sisters and my brothers. Pray that, the Most High, will just come and fight this battle for us. And the Most High will, in a way that it would be so well orchestrated in our DNA. It's already being fixed. It's already being mold inside of that seed, And the Most High, I'm telling you, the Most High work in a very, very mysterious way. And I look forward to that. I look really, really forward to, you know, that seed just realizing that they do have the power in them, you know, because it's the God in us. Believe that if you don't believe nothing else. And if you waiting for somebody to save you, you will be positioned to save yourself with a power that is what I'm talking about. When the fight begins, they won't be able to hack the celestial. They won't be able to hack the Storms and the X-Men. They won't be able to. See, right now what you're seeing is just a pre-trial. It's just a pre-trial. But, you know, black people ain't even really get out all there like there. You know what I'm saying? They just seeing the looting, and they didn't out. Look, if they were to begin to shoot, and you will see, they will have to shoot their own white people. Cause that was so, it was so, that deception was lit. It was open right 1, 2, 3, because they thought they could come out when they and used to before they used to orchestrate that shit, and even then nowadays you can't even. He probably could have got away with that if he would have had some shades on or some shit, but he had some Nazi collaborated World War II fucking mask, you know. And on top of that, he's a police officer. Like, they're in this. Like, they want the war. They want the war. You know. I guess they couldn't take no more of the COVID-19 fuckery shit. You know. That Dr. Fauci created along with CDC. You know. Now, this is part of the trials and the tribulations. Don't get it fucked up. The trials and the tribulations that these monsters have created for humanity, you know, they are the problem to be the problem solvers. Now listen, now is not the time to be leaving your life in anybody's hands. In anybody's hands. I don't care. Every man, they say in a time like this, you will see every man and how they. It's one of those like gut instincts, you know. You move just like that, you know. It's not about. It's just something about surviving, you know. It's all about surviving. So, you know, in this time and I, you know, we gonna have to pick and choose. If we gonna survive, let's survive. Cause that's all we got right now. And you know, if you wanna watch so many people's videos and different people's opinions, make sure that you watching somebody that matters and they're educated and they know what they're talking about. You watching somebody that, instead of people that are becoming psyops in the process and don't even know because they too busy. They get so sold out and sold in, you know. They you know, it's a shame. It's a shame, you know. It is such a shame how one person can have so much blood on their hands. That's why you gotta be real careful what we're doing out here. But that's why my message, and always will be my message, is to fight for you. Fight for you. Because the way they was doing humanity, I know, I felt it in my bones. And I knew, I say, Yahweh, please, we need the spirit we need to click. We need to click on. We need to click on, Father Yah. Just please grant us this awakening, and something like, just give us the something in us to just wake up and to just fight, and to fight this good fight. Because if we don't fight, they're gonna eat us alive, Yahweh. I know with you in us, but yeah, oh God's children of the Most High, Yah, please grant us, and it's nothing but celestial in the air. You feel me? Thank you, Yahweh. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You know? Please. You know? And I'll tell you, like I tell you, and I tell it what, and universe, I'm going to tell you, universe, They know without their weapons, they cannot fight this fight, Yahweh. They can't. They need weapons. They need the mind of a destroyer, you know? And because imagine the lion waking up, you know what I mean? They fear that. As big and bad as they are, they fear that shit. They fear it. They fear it like nobody's business, you know? They fear it. You know, hallelujah, Yahweh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Yahweh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Africa, rise up. You know what I'm saying? Let me play my song real quick. Feel me? Dang. And I pray, and I pray, and I pray. I pray for my brothers and sisters. I pray for my brothers and sisters. I pray that y'all get it together. I need to get it together. Man, listen. I gotta play my song. This is an app.
It's Supreme Kill Sound Maker.
Please, Clarion. Tiny Macado. Yeah. Let's take it back a little. When they gave us our freedom. Yeah. We thought everything would be okay. Never knew they operated the slavery. Misery and misery is what we see. Agony and pain is all we feel. In the rest, slavery is all we're doing. Yeah. Even the Chinese trying to take over our lands, trying to steal our resources. Africa, we gon' rise up, get it thrown back. Hey. In the red, slavery is what we're doing. In general, oh yeah. If we can come together, blacks all over the world, we can conquer. With one voice, one mind, we can conquer this. With one voice, one mind, someday we'll win. It's so painful and pity how we living. Hope someday we gon' free. My brothers and sisters, let's rise up so that we can win this race. We've been working a time, but they're depriving us from our rights. This is the right time for we to get up and take what's yours and mine. They've been fooling us, dividing us, trying to turn our back to each other. Enough is enough. Let's rise up cause we want. Yeah, yeah. In the red, slavery is what we're doing. In general, oh yeah. If we can come together, blacks all over the world, we can conquer. With one voice, one mind, we can conquer this. With one voice, one mind, someday we'll win. Yeah, can't do this alone. I need you, my black brothers from all over the world. We need to join hands together and fight for our rights. Yeah, one voice, one mind, one soul, one spirit. We can get it. Time's traveling. Yeah. Tiny Macado. Thanks for the inspiration. It's Clarion.
Oh my God, that is my song. I inspire my brothers. You know, shit is getting real out here, you know, and be inspired. Be inspired. for your sake. You know what I'm saying? Like, in a time like this is an amazing time to be alive. Be inspired. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. And you got to go hard with what you believe, because there's going to be some clowns in your face, standing you in your face, trying to help you and define what you should think and what you shouldn't think. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, if you're going to be watching somebody, make sure you're watching somebody that's about that celestial. That, you know, Monday Raw War. You know what I'm saying? Monday, shout out to all the news reporters. Shout out to everyone that's going to be ready, doing their, I know they were doing their due diligence. You know what I'm saying? And they putting in that work and that effort to come bring y'all the news. Stay tuned for that, because as soon as that 6 o'clock in the morning hit, you want to be like, you know what I'm saying, getting ready for work, taking a shower and shit, blasting your news and shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nothing stop you from listening to the good things that are coming your way. You know what I'm saying? Don't pay too much mind on the war. Try to focus on the good things that's coming your way. You know, like, you know, the real cause of the war. Don't drop the ball. You know what I'm saying? The cause of the war is to be free in your mind. You know what I'm saying? The war is really for your mind, because if you can think for yourself, man, oh man, they don't want that. They don't want that shit at all. See what I'm saying? They want you to be under their spell. Black people, you know, as you can see, it's a fight for your mind. Always was. It's always been about you not rising up, you know. And them lying to us through religion and all kind of fuck shit, you know. So they know their little game is over, you know. Their little peak fest and white seizure balls, yeah, God is over. Them days is gone. So gone. Get the fuck on, you know. So everything is still being decoded. Every time somebody decodes something, this is the celestial power. Something else unfolds. You know what I'm saying? And unravels. It's already exposed. You know what I'm saying? So every time, the more you expose them, they unfold. They lose their power. So keep exposing these motherfuckers for what it is. And don't let nobody tell you nothing different, you know? You fight this fight for your children. You fight this fight for your grandchildren. You just keep fighting. Because if you don't fight, nobody gonna fight for you. I'm telling you. All this white Jesus shit. White Jesus is not. White Jesus had you in bondage. Fuck what you heard. White Jesus had your ass in bondage. Period. Period, poo. Period, poo poo. Your ass was so in bondage. White Jesus had your ass going. You had the nerve to be on your knees praying to his honky ass too. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. That's what you're not doing no more. You're not doing that no more. For what? And I'm gonna tell y'all, in these front store churches, I speak to the universe. Universe, you better tell these bastards to stop. Well, thank you. Thank you. Even the universe said, the universe shut that mess down. Universe, shut that mess down. If you don't have a relationship with the universe, you need to get one. Period. You know? Like them village people say, you need to walk on the ground barefooted. You need to feel vibration. You know? You need to sit on the floor. You know, the story about the animals, when they felt the earth shaking, they went up to the mountains. They fled to the mountains. Period. You need to be able to feel the earth shake so you can flee to the mountains. It's all about getting back in tune with spirituality, because folks were so out of tune. And I'm telling you, it's calling you. Nature is calling you back. The land, the motherland. You know, it's like a mother yearning her children, yearning for her children. dread right now. It's that severe. It is so severe. You know, you're gonna see thousands drop at your left and thousands to see drop at your right. Anyway, I could be here all night, but I can't because I gotta go and get some more sleep. I slept a little too early and woke up, so if I go back, I slept a couple of hours. So if I go back to sleep for a couple of hours before I go to work, I'll be all right. You feel me? The Mondays be like hectic, you know. Back to the grind, right? And yeah, but that is kind of crazy, you know. Most High not playing. Most High not playing with these heathens, these Gentiles, these beasts of the field. Most High is not playing with them. Not playing with them, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. You know what I'm saying? All these ceremonies. It's crazy. It is so crazy. Yep. So fucked up on every level. You know? What can I say? It is so fucked up. How everybody, had to fight. Fight your way out of their freaking spell. Because they had something else planned for you. It's like the Most High just shaking it up. Shaking it up. Ooh, man. Yeah, beware. You know what I'm saying? Just beware. Period. Beware. You know?